After months and months and months and months of speculation, it is finally here. Football resumes tonight. It is kickoff Thursday night. Where are they, Case?
They're in Philly tonight, letting the banners
What?
down, getting the ring, doing the damn thing.
I thought they were in Brazil. Is that tomorrow night?
No, that's Friday night. That's Chiefs Chargers, I believe.
Okay. All
All
right.
right, from
My name's
San
Brad
Paulo.
Ward. This is all eyes on Cleveland. Courtesy of Brown's Film Breakdown. If you are sorry, we're late. I know, world's fastest, we're late. I saw that. I appreciate you grabbing Brad's Best Bets domain name for me. I think that's a good way to go. Betting advice. It's it's wild out in these streets. Anyways,
Yeah.
the NFL, it kicks off tonight. My name's Brad Ward. This is All Eyes on Cleveland. That's Casey Kinnamon. Case knows ball at Case knows ball. And Case does know ball. What is up, big Case dog? What's going on, brother?
Well, I was feeling kind of nostalgic watching UNC the other day, and I saw their offensive coordinator, so I figured I'd break out the sweatshirt that Charles
Ready?
Frederick Kitchens Jr. made famous, and
What
represent.
a staff.
Gave me a fun 8 games, and then a terrible season after. But the hoodie will live on.
Yeah, what a staff they have there. North Carolina. Jamie Collins. Did you see who who's their special teams coach? Preef.
Yeah,
Preef is their special teams coach.
I got Tannenbaum running the operations.
Yeah. So the good old boys, they're back together. And they got romped on by TCU. Yeah, it is like Colorado East, world's fastest. Apologize to any aunties, CU aunties in here, or unks, whatever you guys call yourself. Case, are you going to watch the new episode of Peacemaker tonight? Question from Jeffrey.
Not tonight. I'll watch football tonight.
Football.
Yeah, I'll catch up on Peacemaker. I got Peacemaker episode 2. I started watching a new show. We can talk about it at a later date. Me and my wife knocked out a couple episodes of a Netflix show, and I saw Thunderbolt. So I've gotten I try to get a lot of viewing in before the season starts, because I know from here on out it's going to be hard for me to watch anything other than football.
What show is on Netflix that's worth watching right now?
It's called Untamed.
Oh, yeah, I started. I couldn't get into it.
I did, man. We're 2 episodes deep. I'm into it.
All right. I'm write that down. Well, the good news is football is back. And I don't know if you guys are ready, but there's a game tonight. They'll drop the banner. I am Untamed. You're right. But they'll drop the banner tonight, ring ceremony and all. Yeah, all that stuff tonight.
I don't know. I don't know the particulars. Usually that's what happens on the Thursday night. They play at whoever won the Super Bowl, they're home, and then that's when they unfurl the banners and
the banner. I think they
usually do they usually do the rings in a private ceremony most times.
I saw the dinner. They got their ring. Their rings are spectacular. Yeah. They have like a little compartment in them. Did you see them? They're probably
I'm waiting for them to start have like little tiny aquariums. Like, we're getting ridiculous, dude. They're like little flying saucers now.
Yeah, it has like a little compartment in it where the wings, the eagle wings, come up off of it. Like, make it like it's pretty wild.
Yeah, Jeffrey Lurie spared no expense, man.
Yeah.
But they can't wear these things out in public. Like if I had a ring, I'd want to wear it out when I went to important things. These things are so gaudy that Mr. T wouldn't wear them out in public.
Yeah,
they need to tone it down.
It's true.
It's a nice problem to have, I guess, though.
I was just able to find the show on Roku, YouTube. Good.
Yeah.
We're talking about.
We're on the big time now.
Yeah. Thanks for everybody that watched last week. Almost 7,000 viewers. So we appreciate that. Keep coming back. All eyes on Cleveland. All right. Browns, Bengals, week 1. That's why we're here. And that's what we got to talk about. So Miles, start right there. Miles Garrett misses practice today with the hip. Are you concerned, Case?
I mean, if you ask me if it's a good thing, no. Am I concerned? Not right now. No. I'm not going to allow myself to get concerned here today. Now, if we go through tomorrow and he doesn't go through the walkthrough tomorrow, I'll have more concern. But
yeah,
and I generally only feel this way about 2 players on the defense, and it's Miles and Denzel. They could straight up give them the JC Treader treatment, and I would be completely cool. I'm not worried about not knowing assignments. I know what they're capable of on the field, but I need them to get to that field. So Miles sitting out with a hip designation. A lot of people are speculating that it's just a rest day. I'm not going that far because I don't know. But it's tomorrow's what I'm gearing at. I'll have my eyes peeled, waiting for that to pop through tomorrow.
Were you surprised to see that no one was listed on the Bengals injury report yesterday?
Yeah, because I wasted my time and listened to their coaches' pressers, and it's like listen to Al Golden talk about injury concerns, and it's like nobody. We're good.
Talk about DJ Turner. We don't know if he can start. We got to see how he can move. Can he move well enough? Nobody on the injury report. What are we doing here? We're just lying flat out.
Yeah, you don't have a practice facility. Maybe they just couldn't judge him, in the walk between there and Bearcat Stadium. Nippert.
Don't you put that evil on us, Kramer. Don't you put that evil on us.
Look, if there's a hint of an injury, though, you shut that man down and don't practice him. It could just be a minor tweak.
Yeah, there's been a report. Cameron Wolf reports not much concern for Miles' availability Sunday versus the Bengals. This is relatively normal for him. Whatever that, I don't know if
I don't know about that last part, but okay.
Yeah, a relatively normal hip, but I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm concerned. We'll just kind of keep an eye on things there, right? Now, Easton Mascarenas Arnold, or EMA, as we like to call him, he pops up with an Achilles injury on the injury report. So, I guess we can assume that he will be inactive this week. And you don't have Winston Reed because he's on injury designation. So, I guess, they should be okay at linebacker. Thankfully, the league, which leads me to my next topic, thankfully, the league still nothing in regards to suspensions as far as Bond, Judkins, or Bush. Week 1 is beginning tonight in less than an hour now, or about an hour now, and we have nothing. We have nothing on any of these guys, all waiting for some kind of a ruling or whatever. We have nothing from the league. What the hell's going on, Case? They just don't care? They're just going at their own pace?
Yeah, I don't know. The Judkins things is curious because I don't know. Or can the NFL even do anything until he's under contract? I don't even know. We still don't know the answers. And I know you reached out to Florio trying to get some clarification on this. The other players, they're under contract. And the Bush thing's been known for a long time. This isn't like new news. You know what I mean? Like this is.
Yeah.
And because Bond wasn't on a team, did the NFL even do an investigation? Because he wasn't even on a team, wasn't drafted. Why would they waste their resources? They probably wouldn't. So if they are doing that, they're doing that now. But is he even going to be active anyway? Like being this new into the fold?
It's a good question. He may not be. The biggest thing is this, right? It's like I can't imagine that it would be brutal for them to suspend Bush now. Like we're this close to the game, week 1. Yeah. If they did that, that would be, borderline unfair.
You could say good and make the fun. It'd be Bush League.
Yeah, Bush League. Yeah, exactly. So, and then now, but now, the thing with Judkins is this, and this, Florio being the guy that he is, you can say what you want to say about him. You email him, he'll write you back. He will.
Yeah,
Reads all his emails.
and he has some terrible opinions, but as far as understanding the legalese of things, man's got it. That's his
This is
lane,
his
dude.
domain. This
That's
is his
his
domain.
bag.
So I wrote him because my question is this: if he misses because they haven't signed a contract, and then they suspend him for 2 games, will it still count against like time served? And
I'm sorry. Yeah.
my impression would be no, I don't think so. So at this point, but I want to confirm that. At this point, it would seem that the Browns are in the area of, and you can blame it on the Browns, you can blame it on Judkins or whatever it is. And I think it probably has to do with we've talked about this, the suspension will void the guarantees. So
Yeah.
maybe you have to
Chicken
wait
or the
until
egg.
the suspension is handed down so that you can write it into the contract that it's the second, suspension that voids the guarantees. What's the point in getting a fully guaranteed contract if it's going to void immediately, right? So you can see where they're coming from. I just don't know, like, why you can't write it into the contract. And there may be, probably because it's a rookie contract, there might be some restrictions there. We know, the amount of money is set, right?
Yeah, that's slated. So there might be other things that are boilerplate, and they're standard with a rookie contract.
Be other boilerplate, exactly, perfectly said. And then, so my question is then, at this point, are they self-inflicting themselves?
Yeah.
Kelly Black saying Bush's trial is set for December when the NFL suspended any player before they go to court. That's a good point, Kelly. That's a good point. So that one is probably just pushed off. I didn't realize that, I guess. Thanks, Kelly.
Yeah, because it's been hanging for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually hanging for a long time before we found out about it. The public did.
Yeah.
Like they were able to keep that under wraps for a minute.
They will suspend somebody before civil court. Is this criminal? This is
not criminal.
Criminal, they will typically wait until that's done. Not that they care what the ruling is, but they just typically wait. They don't care at all what the ruling is. Like I don't think they care that Judkins is dropped, whatever. They're doing their own investigation. So the fact that it's gone on this long, I think we would have gotten an all clear at some point. But who knows? But the point,
but if they got the all clear, then how isn't he signed? Like this is
right. No, I'm saying if they weren't going to suspend him, I think they would have gotten the all clear. I guess is my point.
Yeah,
I think he's going to get a suspension of some sort. And but the thing is, at this point, because they
now you're
can't
missing extra games for no reason now.
Now you're missing games for no reason.
Yeah,
which is brutal.
Yeah.
He was
in my mind. He was going to be a driving force on this offense.
Yeah,
he was going to be the workhorse, in my opinion.
Yeah. So at this, he's gonna miss. He's not signed, and then if they come in with the suspension, maybe you can appeal for time served here and say that maybe here would be like the caveat, like. Maybe they got advice from the league. Like, you know how they reach out to, like, what do you want us to do here? Don't sign him. If they got advice from the league or something like that, maybe they back channeled this thing in a way that when the suspension comes down, they're like, listen, he missed 2 games because he couldn't sign his contract because we were in an investigation. We'll consider that part of time served. I doubt it. Doesn't sound like the NFL to me, right?
Yeah, doing those kind of favors.
But that's kind of, I guess, maybe what we could hope for best case at this point. So you would like to have some timing on this stuff. The bond stuff is wrapped up. You think he's going to get a suspension? I don't think so. I think we would have heard that by now, right? I don't know.
I would have
Once
hoped,
again,
like I
I
said,
don't know.
they wouldn't have ran their investigation until he was under contract with an NFL team, because it's different than the Judkins. He was drafted by us,
Maybe.
and dude, he wasn't even drafted. Like, to me, that's like, were they going to waste their time like that?
Well, they were dropped. Both cases were dropped like literally the same day,
Mm-hmm.
if you recall.
Yeah, no, I remember. It was
And the
terrible
Browns
timing on
knew,
Bond's part.
and the
Yeah,
Browns knew everything that was going on with the Bond case, because literally within 30 seconds he had a letter drafted
yeah.
thanking Mr. Barry and Mr. Haslam.
They were hella in on him. Like,
Yeah, they were in on him the whole way, and they
yeah,
were watching every move of that. And somebody tipped them off to the fact that this could go away, and they were like, "Okay, sweet. So we're in. We know what gets Andrew going. That kind of thing
he,
gets him really. That kind of thing gets him really revved up. That kind
he
of
gets
risk
jazzed up.
and gets jazzed up for that kind of stuff. So we know
Hate
he
to see
was
that man on the blackjack table.
we know he was in on that one. So there it is. But yeah, so with the idea that this is going into week 1 now, yeah, he's a machine. He's just a machine. He lives for the risk. Going into week 1, Case, who do you think gets more carries, Ford or Sampson?
Well, the unofficial depth chart, which is made by interns, has Ford as the starter. If I had to guess more carries, I would guess Sampson. I don't know if that means more touches in this first game. I know they trust Ford as a pass catcher. I'm interested to see how much Raheem Sanders plays if they have a short yardage package already in for him. Goal line work, short yardage, stuff like that. Maybe just a random carry, a couple different series. But I think all three will see action. But I would, if I had to bet which running back gets the most carries, I would say Sampson.
Yeah. World's fastest. Yeah, I think so too. Touches, I think, will be closer to 50-50. Carries. I don't know, though. I don't know. They may lean on Ford early,
Yeah.
then sprinkle Sampson in. I don't know, what
It could be a David Montgomery / Jahmyr Gibbs situation where when they first implemented Gibbs, it wasn't straight up just as a normal running back. It was just manufacturing some touches, getting his feet wet, letting him be a playmaker in open space, which Sampson has those abilities to do things in open space. I'm not saying he's Jahmyr Gibbs, but he's Kirkland brand Jahmyr Gibbs.
Drew Duke saying, I think Ford out carries everyone else. If they want to do everything they can to win, they trust Ford. I get it, they trust Ford, but like the more, is it fair to say
What's
the more
better for this
explosive
scheme is my
player
question.
is Sampson? Yeah, I don't know. He's
He's
more
more dynamic. He's more explosive.
Yeah, he's more shifty, I guess, in small areas. As far as big runs, Ford has had his share. Certainly, he's a home run hitter. They both kind of are. Sanders should have a package of short yardage. The question is, none of these guys can pass protect, can they? Can Sanders?
He's willing and he's bigger, but being physically willing and pass pro for a running back is like 30% of the equation. The mental acuity it takes to understand line shifts and protections up front, the things that change last second with blitzers, that's hard, man. And all it takes is for you to be a split second slow and the play's blown up. You know what I mean? So it's Sampson's also willing, but I don't know. I don't know how they're going to mitigate that, man. That was my concern when they did this whole thing, is because Ford's a good pass catcher. He's not a route runner, but he's good at the little running back routes that you have to swing routes, screens, flats. Yeah. You can find space. He's not going to route a cat up on a Texas. You know what I mean? He's not pulling angles on people, but he's a good outlet. He's just an outlet back, and Joe knows when to look for him. So I think he'll look for him in that capacity. But if I can pick a running back to get the ball in their hands in open space out in the flat, give me Sampson.
ride the hot hand is what I say. I say mix them
Yeah.
in,
Yes.
hot hand it, right? Like whoever's
Mhm.
running better, whoever's finding the whole. It's just a hot hand situation for me, and it could
Yeah.
be week to week with these guys until Judkins get back. But you're going to give a guy a series, you're going to give the other guy a series. It's always so interesting when you hear backs talk about getting into a rhythm, but I think it really is that feels like a real
Mhm.
thing to me. Like you need to be on the field enough or touch the ball
Mhm.
enough times to get in a rhythm. Remember Kareem Hunt used to talk about that,
Mhm.
like, I gotta be out there enough to feel this thing out because if it's just like a carry or two and then
Yeah.
out, that's a really tough gig.
And they
Um,
eventually got a handle on that, and it was this is your series, and you're going to be out there for the entire series, however long it goes, and you can get in
yeah,
that flow, and you could start to work in that way. But Kareem was also a guy with a decent amount of experience when he got here. The Browns don't have that right now, so they may lean on Ford just out of they do trust him. The one thing that I keep coming back to when I think of Ford is like he'll hit those home runs, but there's so many 1 to 2 yard gains that it'll kill a drive, man. It's Isaiah Crowell. He can catch the ball better than Crow, but Crow would do that. Crow would bust a 70-yarder, and then his stats would look good. He had 97 yards on,
yeah,
but all that means all the other carries were minuscule,
right.
and they don't extend drives, man. So
Yeah, it would look like, 4.5 per carry or something like that, but that's not reality. When you break a long one, right? Joe
mhm,
Thomas talked a lot about that run game
true.
efficiency.
You need drive
Uh,
extenders, and those guys, for me, the number's 4.2. That's I know we were spoiled with Nick for so many years, but if to be on the plus side of this and move the chains, man, you need 4.2 a carry,
yeah, it's
especially
true.
against this defense, man. You got to get
Yeah,
that. That's a bare minimum for me.
you, you should be able to, right? Like that's one of the major matchups. And like this is something I wrote about earlier this week in the opening drive at Browns Film Breakdown. But like what they did this offseason, the way they approached camp, the emphasis on physical nature, the live tackling sessions, the positive feelings they had going into Philadelphia and leaving Philadelphia, like
Mhm.
they went in there and held their own physically with them. It makes you feel like at least they have an idea of who they need to be to win.
Yeah.
And in the past, that's not always been the case. Like we know who we have to be identity wise to win. We have to be physical, tougher than you. We have to be able to run the ball,
Mhm.
play action, take some shots, and our defense is going to have to be nasty. Like that. A lot of that is physicality, and I think that is a good thing to have an idea of what your identity is going in. The thing is, do they embody that? Do they carry that over into the
Yeah.
regular season? Because if they do, this is a team where I think you can put your
Enforce your will.
physicality on this
Yeah.
team. Yeah,
You can
push your
come
will
downhill.
on. Yeah,
Yeah. That joint practice with Philadelphia showed that offensive line in particular. We knew the defense was on the level, the defensive front, but the Browns offensive line knows they are capable of this. They
yeah,
know they are, and
100%.
Jack Conklin is going to be blocking a rookie. He's a physically talented rookie, but he's a rookie. You know what I mean? That's a tough day at the office. Dewan with Trey, that's a little harder. Obviously,
Yeah,
Trey's got a motor that he goes through the echo of the whistle. And like any dude that doesn't wear gloves and plays the line has my respect. He's a tough dude. He's never going to stop coming. Can Dewan keep that up for the entire game? And at this point, and I know Hendrickson didn't participate through old camp and whatever. If Dewan can hold him to 1 sack or fewer, that's a win, brother. That is
yeah.
a win against that animal. You know what I mean? But it's about the running game. That point blank, man. That's what this team has to enforce. They have to enforce their will in the running game and come downhill.
Um, absolutely. Got to win that. Now, so we got a little trash talk today. I don't know if you saw
Yay.
that. You're watching All Eyes on
I
Cleveland.
did.
I was waiting for it to come out. Like this is the on-site matchup, right? Like
Yeah.
this has been going
Yeah.
on for
Yep.
years.
Yeah.
And
Jake was
without
talking about this earlier in the week, waiting for they need give us something. They need give us something.
yeah, yeah.
Didn't disappoint. They
Eh,
did it.
the Emerson, being gone, I was like, man, they're not even going to talk trash this time around. And nope, they came out today. Chase said he wanted to jump in the dog pound, but he would be afraid. He said they stab people. Quote
Look,
unquote.
in the Muni, in the municipal stadium, maybe that ain't happening here.
Yeah.
We used to be a proper fan base. We don't do that anymore. I remember when Ocho did the same thing and jumped up and got stuff thrown on him and got mad.
Yeah. Chef saying in the chat, please try, Chase. Please try. Love that. Delpit saying, talking a little smack today. He was feeling pretty good up there. He was talking about how it was going to be a long day for the Bengals offensive line. He said, "Get ready. It's going to be a long day for these folks."
I 100% agree with his assessment. Yeah. I think Burrow is going to be under duress from pillar to post, just duress. And he's tough, and Burrow will make plays. I'm Joe Burrow's a top 5 NFL quarterback, and many people have him closer to 1 than they do 5. He's a playmaker, but you can get to him, and I think he's going to be under duress all day. Havoc. Denzel said he texted Burrow. He's going to text Burrow
and say what?
Throw it my way. Bring that to me. So
please do.
Hopefully he followed through with that.
Yeah. The Bengals are very much so. We know how the Browns treated the offseason. Bengals treated this offseason differently as well. They are on guard for the first time. I feel like they are on guard against the slow start, right? Like, how many times have they started slow? It's cost them a few times, but like this offseason, no lingering injuries for Burrow. This is like the first offseason he's had where there's not something weird going on. His appendix, the one season, his wrist last year, right? Or like 2 years ago, whatever it was, right? But like he's had all these weird off seasons where he's coming off of some kind of ailment. They got off to slow starts. That's all they've been talking about. They approached the preseason differently. They played, I think, 4 or 5 more series than they have any other year. They almost got him killed against
the Commanders game, brother.
The Commanders. Pardon me. Didn't mean to say
it's a safe space. You can say that here.
But yeah, against the Washington football team, and so that they are also coming in with a different mantra. Like, we are not going to start off slow like we always do. Why do you think they always started slow? Do you have a?
I do think there's a large part that the straw that stirs the drink is Joe Burrow, and you cut his rookie year. There's COVID, and then there's the wrist, and then the calf, and then he coming off ACL surgery. He's just had so many ailments. He's never had a regular preseason up until this year. But then you see him get in there and against Washington, maybe he's just a slow starter. Maybe that's just part of it.
Yeah.
And like not for nothing, man. Like I think Taylor was 0-2 before Burrow got there. I think Taylor's he's 1-11 in the first 2 games of the seasons so far as head coach. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, and a couple of times it's been against us. 2020 was against us, and 23 was against us. They played us in those first 2 games. So
absolutely. Hoping for a repeat there. Now, as much as we would like to talk about how the Browns have had success against the Bengals at times, they've lost the last 3 in a row, right? So
I mean, we're really going to count that one, the 23, the game 17 where we started Jeff Driscoll.
Yeah, I guess 2 of those are throwaways, right?
Yeah, 2 of those 3 were. It's like
really 3
mercy killing.
Yeah,
but yes,
that's a good point. I didn't think of it that way. That's a good point. So they're guarded against this, which is different. So the Browns have spent this off season focused on being more physical, tackling to the ground, creating an identity prior to the season, which I think is fantastic. I think you should do it every year that way. But like, you need to identify who you need to be to win, and then start being that from day one. Not
Yep.
figuring it out as you go, right? Like, and
And have to flip a switch just because it's the first regular season game, and now we got to go 5 bullets. Take that approach from the jump street. So that is who you are. You're not lying to yourself. You already are that person.
And the Bengals are on guard against. I mean, all they've been talking about is we can't get off to the slow start. So they are going to come in ready for this. So this
I also think that they have all the pressure on them.
Yeah,
because of that, they're battling their own history. They are favored. They were, what are they, 5.5? What do they got on us right now?
It was 4.5 last I saw.
Was it 4.5? Last time I saw it, it was at 5 even, but that was a couple days ago.
Well, I don't remember what side it was. The numbers moving that way.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, I just think they have more. They have more pressure now. We're gonna, as fans, we're gonna feel the pressure. We're gonna be anxious. We know going 1-0 is a big deal, man. It is starting your season off on the right foot. It's like that from the first time you touch the football. That first drive means more. It's been, by the time we play, it'll be 211 days. You know what I mean? Like from the Super Bowl. Like it's there's a lot of emphasis on it, man. On those first touches, that first game, and you start off with a division rival. How do you feel about that, by the way? Do you think that
I'm fine with it this year? Because I think, like, out of the teams that you could have faced in week 1, like, if you look at your first 6, right? Mm-hmm. I think this is the most winnable, at least on the surface. Like, this is it could be a huge jumping off point, a momentum point. It's a team you know, so the coaching for me becomes a major factor. And I think some disagree with me, but I think Stefanski has an edge over Zach Taylor a little bit. And then, and certainly Schwartz, now it's a new defensive matchup. They have Al Golden in there, Lou's gone. Yeah. So there's going to be some different things, but the matchup, the Browns have always, now this is with Emerson, have always matched up well with the Bengals for whatever reason. Where other teams have not. So in this case, I guess I would say that I'm fine with it. I'm fine with this matchup. Like if it would have been the Ravens, I'd be like, nah, man.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
Yeah. Just as a formula, because like we bookend with Cincinnati, the Alpha Omega from the beginning. They're the first game, they're the last game, and we've done that several times with other teams. We did this with the Bengals in 23. I honestly wouldn't mind a format where you play your division opponents the first 3 games and the last 3 games. I wouldn't mind that.
World's Fastest is rage baiting people in the chat, telling people what happened to Chef comes in and asks what happened to Myles Garrett. World's Fastest said he wrecked his car again. Come on, man. What's going on here? Why are we telling people that? He's fine. He just has at least we think he's fine. He just showed up on the injury report with a hip. Don't listen. Don't listen, Chef. Don't listen to that. World's Fastest is just playing his games. Cody with the one-liner. I love that one.
You have the YouTube up on the side so I can see the comments as they come in. But full disclosure, I don't have internet right now. I'm running this off a hotspot off my phone.
I can tell.
So hopefully I don't glitch out. Am I glitching out?
You're not glitching out. You're just not as clear as you usually are.
That stinks. I apologize. It was actually out last night, and they said we'd be restored within 24 hours.
So, they lied.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it.
No, I won't. Don't ask that.
Frontier.
Okay.
We were with Spectrum, but they were just price gouging us down here, man. So we went with a cheaper alternative, and this is the first time I've had any issues with it. But I'm not cool with not having internet the first night of football.
Maybe Cody's saying maybe he'll pay for his OnStar internet now. Yeah, can you watch the football tonight? Are you gonna watch it on the hotspot?
Yeah, I'll just watch it on my phone. I won't have to hotspot out.
Okay, yeah.
I
Just
got
go to the
Peacock on my
phone.
phone.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. All right. So
I will not be doing that for the Browns game. I am not watching it on my phone.
no. You gonna watch us on assist?
I don't know yet. I just heard about it today, or it might have been yesterday, and I haven't looked into it yet. I know because I know it's only available through browser right now. Correct? They don't have the TV app set up for it yet, so
Yeah, but you can just
just
throw
off
it
the
on your
browser.
phone.
Yeah,
Just throw it on your phone.
yeah. Maybe I might. I also might be at the Browns backers bar. So I'm in
Okay.
a
Sure.
that my Browns backers bar moved to a really nice spot. And if there's a chance I don't have internet, I'm not messing around. But there's also another side to this that me and you talked about behind the scenes. Uh, I was diagnosed with pneumonia today, so who knows what my weekend is, man? Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. Casey fighting through pneumonia to be here tonight
There was
on the
no
show.
chance in hell I was missing this. None.
I know. After week
None.
after week after week. This is All Eyes on Cleveland. That's Casey Kinnamon fighting through pneumonia. I myself am also fighting through a slight sinus infection and illness, which doesn't feel great, but it certainly is no pneumonia. So we're sick, but we're here and we're fighting through. Yeah, that is dangerous, says Pat Shea. Be careful, Case. Yeah, he's good. He's got some scissor to sip on over there. So I think he'll make it, right, in Case. Major question.
Hmm.
Coverage assignments. This is the biggest question for me. Like, how will the Browns approach this? Will Schwartz be stubborn and go left side, right side? Nickel, whoever, what we're going to run out there, and trial by fire with their nickel. Are they going to go more heavy safety stuff so that they can deploy
Yeah.
Jenkins, Casey, or whoever they think can be a better cover guy? Delpit on one of the tight ends. Maybe, I don't know if you want to take him out of what he can do as a guy all
Yeah.
over the field to cover. Like, you really only want to do that for like your high profile guys like Kittle. I hate to take him out of what he can do as a player all over the field to do that to Gesicki or whatever, right? Or Noah Fant.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a sneaky tight end too. Snagging
Yeah.
Noah Fant. That's a good move by them. I don't know how much 12 personnel they'll run. They're very Rams like in their approach of 13. They run a ton of 13, and it's a lot of detached tight end stuff too. Gesicki's not even on the end line that much. But no, I'm charting a few things this weekend, and one of them is the use of 3 safety sets.
Yeah,
I'm very
gotta
intrigued to see
be.
how heavy it is, and I think it might outsnap the other coverages, their other personnel packages.
Everybody in the chat, be careful, Case. Be careful, Case. Brad, you're fine. Rub some dirt on it. Love it. Thank you, guys. Thanks.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
they have more faith on you of you to pull through. They're genuinely
I don't.
concerned about me. I get it.
I don't think that's it.
I get it. I'll be fine, man. I got the doctor hooked me up with some scissor, so
Yep.
I'll be all right. I
It
got
sounds like
an
you're
injection in my butt for the first time today. Never had that before.
never in your life.
In my butt, I've had tons of shots. I get infusions every week, but like I had to pull out a cheek. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do that
And
all
she's
the
like,
time.
She said it's going to burn. It made me jump. I didn't like. I knew it was coming.
Interesting. Is
Yeah.
it sore? Sometimes if they get you in the
The
right
arm
spot,
is
it'll be
sore.
sore.
They did the antibiotic in the arm. The steroids were in the butt. That was how it went. Pause.
Jeez, man.
That's how it went down. I didn't have a choice in the matter. They had me walking around the hospital with like breathing machines.
Jeez, Case. Gotta get better,
Sorry,
man.
man. My
Gotta
internet
get
just
better.
egged out and went away. I'm
Gotta
fine,
get better.
man. Like I'm so close. I worked today. I went to work after all that. I'll go to work tomorrow. I get the weekend to heal, and I'm on the drugs. I'm on the antibiotics and the stuff. I don't smoke or anything. I'm not gonna be drinking. I'll be fine.
Okay.
I'll be drinking syrup though.
Yeah,
Believe that.
drink that syrup. Doctor prescribed that. That's fine. Your doctor doesn't know where your lungs are. Yikes, says Pat Shea. Wait, that's backwards. Not right. There's not an injectable antibiotic that should go into the behind. All right. Once again, don't listen to the world's fastest rage baiting you. All right, let's yeah, so with the coverage though, we talked about, how they handle the safeties, how they're gonna do this, and then how much responsibility. I'm afraid they're just gonna go trial by fire with the nickel guys. I think you can't just go the whole game and place 3 safeties. You're
Yeah, I
gonna
know.
have to get small out there. You're gonna have to get your nickel corner out there, and then who? But I think you have a quick leash on Mitchell to Harden and back. Whoever. It's kind of a hot hand thing there. I'm riding a little bit too.
Mhm.
You also, they're gonna try to exploit this. They are going to try to take
Yeah,
Chase or Higgins and get them. It's going to be all about matchups. So, pre-snap, is Schwartz going to do something different with this kind of a matchup where Ward follows Chase or,
yeah.
you say Ward and Newsom, best on best all day. Follow them wherever they go. We'll adjust around you. Is it possible that that is in the cards, do you think?
It is, but there's a counter to that move. And I've been wondering, I've been saying this the whole time, and it's not even just like Ward has to follow the one. Ward has to follow the best physical matchup for him. If it's the quick twitchy guy, whoever the quick twitchy guy is, get Ward on him. He can shut that down. If there's a bigger physical receiver, I always want Emerson. That's how I wanted them, and they never did that. But if they're not listening, so I can go. I can speak freely. If I'm the Bengals, I'm putting Jamar Chase in the slot, forcing
Yeah.
Denzel to come in, and I'm running the ball, forcing that dude to tackle. I don't want to see that. I think that's the pivot if
Nah,
they start to do that. Hopefully, people don't figure that out. But
that's a interesting. I never even thought about that. Yeah, It's not that Ward can't tackle; it's that
they said he will, and he'll get hurt.
he will,
They
and
said
he'll
he
get
will.
hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do they want to do that? With Newsom too. I mean, Newsom can tackle, but same thing. He'll miss a few. Do you
Mhm.
bring those guys inside and run the ball? That's a really intriguing thought. So, um, and because of that, if you're Schwartz, do you just keep Ward outside on whoever the outside guy is, or
On the
or do
right
you?
the entire time. It drives me mad.
Here's
Yeah.
the problem: is it's not like they have some other weapons at receiver. Like I like
Yep.
Yosivas.
Yoshivas. Yeah.
Yosivas, yeah.
Mhm.
If
Me too. Unfortunately.
if they want to bring those guys inside and then make Miles Harden or Cam Mitchell go on the outside and cover Yosivas, that feels scary too. No?
Yeah. Oh, no, Yoshivas is I mean, he's one of the most phenomenal, like unheralded athletes because he went to Princeton. But
Yeah.
like you know, he, he's a world class athlete, man. Track star,
Yeah.
can do it all
Yeah.
too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Septathlon guy. But I have more faith in Miles Harden than I do Cam Mitchell.
Me too.
And
Me too. At this
and I
point.
didn't feel this way 2 years ago about Cam Mitchell. He didn't look this way to me. But last year in the preseason, it looked like this. It's just he has slow reaction time to me.
He
Like
does.
he can get routed up. That's the reason those slot fades were like money. You know what
Well,
I mean? You couldn't stop them.
in the preseason, there was a rep and it's on Brown's Film Breakdown. if you're a subscriber, but the rep is there. Jake highlighted it where he gets single coverage on the left side, and he just lines up, leverage outside leverage with no safety help in the middle, like
Yeah.
just giving the guy the slant to the end zone, and they just I mean, that's all day. You can't do anything
And
about that.
Gibson's not coaching it that way.
There's
You know
nobody
what
in
I
the
mean?
world that's coaching it that way. If you
That's
have
what I'm
no
saying.
safety help or no linebacker to play like the hook curl, then you're not gonna play outside leverage. If you're the only guy on that side of the field, you're gonna make him have to beat you to the outside. I mean, he literally could have
But that's
walked,
also
you can
recognition. He's also not recognizing that he doesn't have help.
he's
Because
gonna walk
if you're giving
across
that,
your face and he's gonna score a touchdown 99 out of 100 times. I
yes, in this
mean,
league, that is true.
and that's
I just
just
feel more confident I feel confident with Miles Hardman. I feel more confident. He's up to the task.
yeah.
And I
I
don't know
hope
enough
so.
about Converse to know if he's going to be a factor in this at all early in the season.
More of an outside guy than anything, which is the strange thing about the addition.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they think they
Was
can
it
move him
strictly a
into.
special teams thing? Will he even be active? Like,
I doubt it. I don't think he'll be
it's going to be
active.
interesting to see what
I'd be surprised.
who's active and who's not.
Inactives. Yeah.
The inactive list.
Yeah, I think so too. And then yeah, I heard who was it? Somebody talking about Swesh saying that he could be a Pro Bowler his rookie year. I'm like, oh my gosh, man. He's getting some hype around the league, man. Some people really believe in this kid. So,
Mhm.
I mean, what does he do in his first NFL game? I mean, there's so much to watch. There's so much to monitor, but I'll be certainly clocking, to your point, how the Browns go about covering that. The Bengals are going to want to put 5 guys in routes, and make you cover them. And then they're going to run the ball too with Chase Brown. So
It's
the other
pretty
Chase,
easy to argue that this is the best receiving core you'll see this year.
it is.
And
Yeah.
it's right out the gate. So, yeah, a lot to mitigate there.
Yeah. So, and they actually had this Mitchell Tinsley, a UDFA, was like their player of camp, and Penn State wide receiver that came in. And they like him.
I didn't get. I mean, and I watched Penn State, and I don't even remember him. That's how.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's like what's his name for us?
Gage.
Gage. But they have Charlie Jones and then Jermaine Burton, who just seems like a problem child a little bit.
Yeah, Burton is highly skilled, but
yeah,
the intangibles, it's going to hold him back.
Yeah. So we're coming up on an hour. We're going to get out of here, Case. First of all, just thoughts, predictions, final things you want to say about the game you're thinking about, and what you want to see, keys to victory. Just lay them on me. The floor is yours, brother.
My first and foremost, and it's probably my DNA, the offensive line. The offensive line is going to dictate what this Browns offense is capable of. And this is a lesser opponent. These are the games they have to enforce their will. There's going to be games where they just can't because the opposition is what the opposition is. Next week you go to Baltimore. That's a different animal on defense than the Cincinnati Bengals. No shade to the Bengals. That Al Golden's never been a DC of an NFL team. He's coached tons of football, and hopefully he has it in his best interest to shape his philosophies around the personnel. But we really don't know what that's going to look like because it was super vanilla in the preseason. But from my physical perspective, this offensive line has to dominate. And I feel good about this offensive line on paper, but the reality of the situation is, what's the chances these guys start all 17 games? Pretty close to 0. I could look at it individually and be like, if Conklin gives me 14, I think that's good. If Teller gives me 15 to 16, that's good. Pochich is he's hurt now. You know what I mean? And Bitonio, I don't know, man. When it goes, it's going to go. He's given the Warhorse has given everything he's got. And DeJuan's a question mark, what this offensive line is able to do, and I need them to get off on a good foot against this team. This is the perfect team to start off against and kind of get this thing rolling so this offense can start to believe in itself. Because at some point, the defense can't do all the heavy lifting. The offense has to pull their part. So this is a perfect game for that to happen. So that's my biggest key is, can the Browns offensive line win the line of scrimmage? Can they reset the line of scrimmage 3 yards into Cincinnati's secondary to their back? That's what I'm looking at.
Dominate the trenches.
Mm-hmm. Which I feel confident about the Browns' defense ability to do that. I'm not trying to be too cocky, but I think that is a foregone conclusion that the Browns' defense will be doing that exactly, retracing the line of scrimmage, getting pressure from the interior. We know what they can do off the edge, and just keeping Burrow in a constant state of duress. And that man will make plays, but there's going to be times where he tries. You saw it in the preseason. He wouldn't even throw the ball away in the preseason, dude.
Yeah.
He's up like that. That so manifest of that.
He got suplexed. Because he
did.
wouldn't throw the ball away. Yeah, well said. I mean, this is it's a certainly intriguing, really intriguing, especially for the Browns, where like I think I would have taken this matchup early over a lot of them. I know Jake disagrees with me, but
Jake has a healthy respect for what Burrow's capable of. I mean, it's a real thing. Just because it hasn't happened a ton against us, we kind of get cocky. But look at what he's done to the rest of the league. It's a real thing. Like he's a dude, man.
And his weapons as well, I think, is what is kind of the concern, right?
That's a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah, so, and it's one for me. It's like if Emerson was out there, I wouldn't have the same kind of like overall thought to what could be possible. But that changed a lot for me. Emerson going out the way he did.
We'll learn a lot about this football team on Sunday, that's for sure. And I'm excited to learn about it. Who you got tonight? Who you taking tonight? Cowboys, Eagles. Who you got?
Philly, and I'm seeing everybody saying it's going to be a blowout. I think the Dallas is going to play hard. I think there's been a ton of shade thrown since the Parsons trade. I think they're going to take that personal. But at the end, there's only so much that they can do against the Eagles and Philly on banner night. Like there's a lot going against them. So I'm picking Philly, and they'll probably cover, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
If you're a gambler, there is a no sweat bet out there on FanDuel. This is my no sweat 10 to win with 10 to win $360, right? Here it is. You asked for this, world's fastest. You asked for this. Jalen Hurts 40+ rushing yards. Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown. George Pickens 80+ receiving yards. Jalen Tolbert 20+ receiving yards. AJ Brown anytime touchdown. So you need those 5 things. And it wins you $375 on 10. And it's a no sweat. Get your money back if you lose anyways. But I like those 5 props. I researched them using Prop Finder and looked into them. And I like all of those. So there you have it.
Unfortunately, I couldn't hear the middle 3 because my internet just went out. But I don't know if you said this, but if I had to say one thing that I think is going to happen for the Cowboys, I think that George Pickens will score a garbage time touchdown. I think when the game's out of reach, he'll be at the garbage time guy.
I have him with 80+ yards tonight, and that's an alt number.
That's 2 catches for that dude. That's
an alt number. His line is like 49 or 59 or something like that. So that's a higher number, but I think he gets there tonight. The Eagles are searching on the opposite side for corner answers, right? Opposite Quinyon Mitchell a little bit. And
Cooper DeJean's good, man.
Right, but he's in the nickel more, right?
Yeah, well, he's anything they need him to be.
Yeah, I guess
he's the most versatile white athlete we have put in the NFL in years. That dude is ridiculous. Watching his high school tape was like, it was unreal. But he's just been the man at every stage.
Yeah, they went out and signed somebody
but they are thin at corner. They are.
Yeah. But yeah, like Hurts for 40+. AJ Brown touchdown, Pickens 80 plus, Hurts touchdown, Jalen Tolbert 20 plus yards.
That's the dark horse right there.
Tolbert,
Yeah.
he'll get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't doubt that he will, but I'm just saying of all the high-profile players, he's definitely low in the pecking order. So to pull him out, that's cool.
Yeah, that's my best bet for tonight. Enjoy it. Take it down. Bet it if you want. If not, that's fine. Risk your own money, but it's no sweat. So do what you want. Casey Kinnamon. My name is Brad Ward. This has been another edition of All Eyes on Cleveland. It is finally here, folks. The game is finally here, and Case has pneumonia. Hopefully, on the mend, sir. We will be thinking about you. Game day, Sunday. Go Browns. Thanks for watching All Eyes on Cleveland. Keep it locked. We'll be back to our probably regular. Probably go longer next week. Back to regular scheduled. But this week
Shenanigans.
we're on a bit of a time crunch here. We've got a lot going on. So, and we're both sick. So that as well. And your internet is spazzing out. So it lasted until now. But yeah, get on that ass at Frontier, man. Get on that ass. Yeah, get him out there. Go Browns. Casey Kinnamon, the one and only Case Knows Ball. My name's Brad Ward. Thanks for watching All Eyes on Cleveland. Tell a friend. Get over and watch this show. Watch Browns Film Breakdown. Get over to Browns Film Breakdown and learn yourself some football. Learn you something.
Survivor pool
as well. $10 entry. Link is in the description below right now to enter. And it's getting up there. The pot is. So get in on that Survivor Pools are a blast. Make sure you get your pick in before Sunday as well. With that, we're gonna get out of here. Watch us on Assist on Sunday as well. Stream the game along with me and Jake. Casey Kinnamon, I'm Brad Ward. We are out.